And we are live. Hello, beautiful people. I'm so excited for today's topic, and I think you will be excited too. So welcome to Live Your Life Unleashed, episode 3. And today I wanted to talk about a really important topic, which is the topic of relationships hygiene. So why keeping your relationships squeaky clean will help to expand every area in your life. You know, we're close to Valentine's Day, and in this time of the year, we talk about our loved ones and we talk about love. But I really believe that Valentine's Day should be every day, right? Love is such an expansion. It's an energy that expands everything. It's a vibration. It's one of the highest vibration to help you manifest anything in your life. So that's why I'm inspired to talk about anything that could hinder that manifestation of love and your embodiment of love in your life. So let's get to it. Have you ever felt like maybe you were in a relationship, and it could be intimate relationship, it could be work, friends, family, but that you really felt like misunderstood or not seen, not heard, and you felt hurt by something that someone has said to you or not said to you or done or not done, or perhaps you felt like you hurt someone and you've been kind of living with that inside of you, and it perhaps has created some guilt or shame or sadness or even some anger. So let's talk about this, because it's really important to see how stress in relationships affects your health and your life in such a tremendous way, and oftentimes in ways that we don't even know. All right, let's dive into it. Oh, before we dive into it, are you guys snowed in like we are? Who's snowed in here? Let me know on the replay if you've been enjoying the snow. By the way, I'm Catherine Gagnon. I'm your health and life vitality mentor, helping you to live your life fully while savoring every moment of it. So I have to say that right now there's one thing that limits my ability to live my life fully, and that's because of a relationship I had with my shovel yesterday and the snow, and that has created some unhappy muscles. So working to rejuvenate these muscles today. But yeah, it's been snowing, it's been great, and it's a great time to talk about relationships. So let's get into it. So when there's been things that are unsaid or said but awkwardly, or perhaps you've left an interaction and felt like you weren't able to express yourself fully, or that you might have not expressed your truth or defended your point or given your opinion, or maybe you didn't know, you walked out of there confused because you didn't know what the person meant when they said something to you. And perhaps this can linger for days or weeks or months or years, and it can affect every interaction that you have with this person, even in your own mind, right? You don't even have to be in front of this person. Who has ever rehearsed a conversation 1,000 times in their mind and trying to make up, some sense of it, some meaning out of it, and maybe you've rehearsed something that you want to say to someone, and just notice how that rumination and that rehearsing is draining a lot of your energy and not allowing you to live your life fully. So, there's a malaise that can linger for all of this time, whether with this person or even people whom you have in common, common friends or in the family or stuff like that. And why it's important is to realize that anything that engages the stress response, and definitely relationships are one of the highest factors for stress, it'll impact your health, it'll impact your quality of life, it'll impact your motivation, it'll impact your ability to carry your projects with lightness, or even your relationships with lightness or not. So before I give you some tips on how to keep your relationship squeaky clean, let me tell you a story that happened to me many years ago, like over 15 years ago. Very few people know this story about me, but I've always been a very sensitive person. Like I could walk into a room and if people had been arguing or making love, I can feel that. So but that sensitivity was not always harnessed in a good way for me. Like I was giving meaning to situations and relationships that were not serving me. Like I thought it was personal to me, like, oh, I've done something wrong, or I've said something boring, or anything, that was not empowering to my own self. But on top of that, I was very sensitive, and then there was a situation like some 15 years ago when I separated with an ex, now an ex, a person that I love dearly, but came to the conclusion that, it was better to not be together anymore. And this person took it really, really bad. And the meaning that they gave to the separation was not at all the intention that I had set forth, like that I wanted to carry. But when you're separating, it's kind of easy to feel awkward or to say things that in a way that are not, really bringing your intentions forward clearly. How many of you have felt that, this is something very common that I see in my coaching clients and my friends, family and stuff. So this person left the situation very angry and very resentful to me. And over the years, I had done many attempts of reconnecting with this person and kind of, closing the circle, coming full circle and having a heart-to-heart conversation. And he was always blocking, no, can't do it, can't see you, can't talk to you. And so even at a distance, I could feel his energy of anger, of resentment, and most especially the contempt that he was feeling towards me. And I have to say that for many years, like 7 years, this was an energy leak. It was really draining my energy when I was thinking about this person, or even, being in relationships and maybe experiencing patterns that were similar to that first relationship. And so that was a real energy leak going on in the back of my mind and in my energy. And I'm sure a lot of you have experienced this where, there's things that have been unsaid or said, and it's kind of lingering in the energy field and you can't get it cleaned up, and it eats your energy, even though you might say, oh no, I'm over this person. But every once in a while the thought comes back and it's like, oh, something's not clean about it. It's muddy, it's kind of, it's not clear water. And what I had to do in order to clean this was to actually send him in the energy, because I couldn't talk to him, but just send him all of my love. And in the energy, in consciousness, ask for forgiveness and forgive myself. So I had to liberate myself from that weight. And to much of my surprise, a few weeks after I did this, he contacted me. He wanted to talk to me about patterns that were reemerging in his life, and that he was wanting to understand why. And he thought that perhaps, I had some insights about this for him. And I was like, wow, how interesting that he's coming back to me ready and open, a few weeks, not even like a month, a few weeks after I had liberated myself and sent him love and compassion and, forgiveness. And so we were able to meet. That was like 7 years after we broke up. We were able to meet and to explain things and to relate to each other's meaning. Like, okay, this meant this for me. Oh, wow. Okay, this meant, oh, wow. I had no idea this meant this for you, because it meant this for me. Wow, I had no idea. Okay. So we were able to meet two conscious adults ready to grow from this. And we came clean, and we, with just amazing feelings of, this person will always have a special place in my heart. And I can't tell you the amount of lightness that I felt after this meeting with this person, and every area of my life expanded and opened up. I just deepened friendships, and at the time my career was opening up into new possibilities, and it felt great, and my health was good at the time. So and I had started to hang glide, and it was just a lot of new stuff and exciting stuff was happening in my life as a follow-up of liberating myself from this heavy weight. So let me know if this is something you've ever experienced, because I know that it's kind of hard to talk about these things, and a lot of people are afraid of judgment or ashamed of that, but it's important to liberate yourself from that, because even if you think that it's done, or it's perhaps it's something that somebody said to you a long time ago, or you said to them, it'll always kind of linger in your energy field until you come clean with it. And one of the really good resources about this that I've read lately, it's just amazing. You know how I'm passionate about the mind-body experience, and how emotions, like especially repressed emotions, have a deep impact on the physical health and on the felt energy and vitality that you have. This book here, I know you're kind of seeing it backwards, but it's When the Body Says No. It's Gabor Mate. He's a German physician practicing in Canada. And he's drawn the research on exploring the role of mind-body links in conditions and diseases such as arthritis, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, irritable bowel syndrome, multiple sclerosis, and I would even add Lyme disease, because I've been coaching a lot of people on Lyme disease. So the cost of hidden stress is a lot about the emotions and the stress in the relationships with people. Hi, Anna. Oh, thanks for being here. I met you at Quail Ridge. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, I was in Florida 2 weeks ago. Gave a talk. So good that you're on here. Thanks for saying hi. So you definitely don't have any snow in Florida. Awesome. So thanks for being here. I hope this serves you. So why I was bringing this up is that relationships are one of the biggest factors of stress in people's lives. And it is a factor that brings your life in contraction or in expansion, because we know that the quality of your relationship determines your longevity and your quality of life, as proven by the Harvard study, which has been going on for more than 75 years. So hence all of this, to realize how important it is to keep your relationships clean. And here are a few things that I see happening quite often, in my clients' lives and friends and family. Taking things personal. How many of you have experienced that? Where somebody tells you something and it's like, oh, it hurts right there, and it's like, how dare this person tell me this? And you're taking it personal and you're making it mean about you. And it brings you this rumination of like, oh, how come this person has been so mean and blah, blah, blah. And the meaning that you give to what this person said or did or didn't say or didn't do is what brings on the emotion and is a big energy drain. So one of the first thing is to release taking things personal. And that's part of the 4 Toltec agreements that I love this book. It's to know that people interact with us, with you, based on their own view of reality, based on their own map of reality, based on the meaning that they give to the events, which oftentimes, or almost all the time, has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. So by not taking things personal, you're able to step back and being an observer. And perhaps go back and verify at the source and ask this person, and it's okay to acknowledge that you've been hurt by what this person has said. And it's something like, what you said has hurt my feelings. And I'm just wondering, what is it that you meant by this? And how come you've communicated this? And how can we clean this up? So it's turning an adverse moment into an opportunity for growth and for more connection. Because relationships are so beautiful when the connection and the bond is beautiful, it's clean, it's present, it's love, right? So first thing is to not take things personal. And people are people. We're all on our growing journey. We're all doing the best we can with the resources we have, including you, including me. But stop taking things personal. And that was a big factor for me when I was younger. I was taking things personal a lot, and it was draining my energy because I was ruminating. And now it's like, no, it's about this person. And if I care that to keep this person in my life, I'll go verify at the source and clean up the communication between us. So, another thing that I see that brings a muddiness or dirtiness in the relationships is holding back love and compliments and gratitude and appreciation. A lot of time when we've been in a relationship for a long time, and it could be with parents or brothers, sisters, our partner or friends, there's been some emotional baggage that can build up from the life experiences that you've gone through. And how many times have you felt like, oh, I want to tell this person that I love them, but I'm going to hold back because I might lose something by giving out this. I know, again, this is not something that we talk about very much, but it's a reality. And this is ego who's been like, well, I'm the one here who's been hurt. And I'm saying this with compassion and curiosity. There's no judgment. But it's to be aware of all the subconscious workings of our beings that kind of, take away our personal power. So when you're holding back from giving your love or appreciation or compliment, it really diminishes your vibration, because that means you're putting more energy on the resentment or that thing that, oh, if I'm giving love again to this person and they're not giving it to me, then I'm the loser because I've given more than they've given me. It's kind of keeping count, Whereas expressing love is the highest vibration. It's one of the highest vibration out there. It's one of the best energy. When you drop into your heart, everything else get cleaned up, because love always wins. That's my mantra for this year. Love always wins. What would love say? What would love do? And do it and say it. And see the magic unfold from that. I can't state it enough. How many times I was kind of grudgy or holding something in my heart thinking, well, I kind of wish this person told me that they love me. Well, you know what? What you feel you need is what you need to give. So I went and being the grown-up, being the first person to give out the love, and guess what? Miracles happened. Exponential love in all areas happened, because the heart's magnetic field is, I forget how many times bigger than even the brain magnetic field, but the heart is, the ultimate energy. You can feel when someone is in their heart versus when their heart is closed. And unfortunately, when people close their heart, they're depriving themselves of all this wonderful energy of love and manifestation, and how this can impact their life, expand their finances, their prosperity, bring more joy on their journey of fulfilling their life's purpose and expanding their relationship. So don't close your heart. Just don't hold it back. Give the love. And one other thing that I see that doesn't that keeps relationships unclean is not stating your needs. Not saying, you know what, I would love to feel this from you, or not stating your needs and then feeling resentment for the other person not fulfilling your needs. But when you think about it, how can this person know? They're not reading your mind, right? And if you're not communicating your needs clearly, you can't expect people to know how to care for you. Just remember a time that perhaps a person in your life told you, you know what I would love? And then you're like, yes, dear, what would you love? I would love to, go on a walk with you and we just talk. Sure. Yeah. When needs are stated clearly, it's a lot easier to respond to them and to give that and feel good and expand the goodness together. you know. So communicate clearly, express your needs, express your truth. Do not let anything linger. Even, you know, sometimes I understand that the situation perhaps in the moment is not appropriate to express what you need to express, but do not let anything linger more than a few hours or a day if you can, because letting things linger allows both, you know, minds, in case of two people, to start ruminating and start formulating the worst case scenarios, and then things just go on and on and on, and it makes a much bigger thing than what it was intended at first. So I hope this resonates for you. Let me know your takeaways from this, and let me know what part of your relationships are you willing to clean up, and let me know what it brings to you. Because the more that each person can drop into their heart and communicate from that space, the more we heal our relationships, we heal our emotions, we liberate the emotions, the more people will heal in their body, and the more we're going to raise the vibration in our societies, in our countries, on the planet. Ultimately, this is what I'm seeing, you know. Any lack of love or holding back of love between people or cities or nations is really lost opportunity to live into joy and happiness. So let me know what resonates for you with this, and I would love to leave you on this amazing thing that I'm excited to share with you and to start soon. Because sometimes when you look at the situation with the minds of your own programming and the past wounds, you're just going to repeat the same things from the past. Whereas if you want to create a new reality, a new life for yourself, you need to do something new. And that something new is to wear the love goggles. I love the love goggles. I'm about to start a love goggles revolution. Whereas when you feel like something's not right in a relationship or in whatever has been said, put on the love goggles and give the benefit of the doubt to that person and verify at the source. What is it that they meant? And what is it that they're feeling inside? There's a good chance that people are hurting and that you sharing what you see and how you feel will give them the opportunity to share that too. And this will strengthen the bond, and it'll sweep away the dirt from the connection and the relationship. So keep your relationship squeaky clean so you can expand every area of your life and bring in more joy, more happiness, more love, more likeness into your life. So let me know what resonates for you, and thank you for joining me. We will be back next week, Wednesday at noon, for Live Your Life Unleashed. Yeah, go out there, live your life unleashed. Love you guys. Bye for now.